Now, you already know, this ain't no ordinary travel podcast. This is the place where stories stretch across oceans, where truth comes wrapped in laughter, and healing shows up between passport stamps. I'm Auntie Rae, your resident hot pants wearing, globe trotting, truth telling storyteller, and I've got a tale for you. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something warm or wild, and let's take this journey together, one soul-soaked step at a time.
There's a hush in the inbox, a storm in the air. Glow of a Sunday still clings to my hair. Tuesday came knocking with tension and chill. A meeting with silence, no subject, no frill. They smiled in my face, wrote me out like a line. Years of my fire dismissed in no time. Red stilettos rage brewed under my skin. But baby, that whisper became my wind. Tired of shrinking for rooms too small. I gave them my all, they gave me the fall. But let me tell you what they didn't see. They just handed the pen back to me. I'm not breaking, I'm breaking through. Auntie Rae got stories, she got truth. They tried to erase me with one cold act, but baby, I bounced and I ain't looking back. No meetings over my peace, no more begging just to breathe. I pack my soul, my mug, my map, and trust me, love, there's no turning back.
Let me tell you something. There's a moment in every woman's life when her soul leans in close and whispers, "We're done," and not just done with a job, done with being overlooked, overworked, and undercherished. That whisper, that was the beginning of my breaking point. You know, I remember it clearly. I was sitting at my desk, still coming off the glow of a holiday weekend. You know the kind: family, food, and the gift of not having to perform for anyone. That quiet satisfaction, the scent of a relaxed Sunday still clinging to my sweater. But that Tuesday morning glow didn't last long. I opened my inbox, and the avalanche began. Emails stacked like unpaid bills, each subject line a tiny demand. The screen glared, the tension in my shoulders rose. But oddly, no fires, no emergencies, just stillness. And chilly. In corporate America, stillness ain't peace, it's the quiet before the storm. Then I saw it. A 30-minute meeting invite from my boss. No subject, no notes, just the name. That woman never scheduled anything outside our regular check-ins, so my gut. You know how your gut reacts. That nudge, that knot in your stomach. And in my head, I was thinking, yep, I got you. Now let me pause here. I had been feeling this shift for a while. Felt it in the way folks started tiptoeing around me. In the way new titles were being created for people who had no business leading anything. In the way leadership smiled in your face and sharpened knives behind their backs. But like many of us do, I kept showing up. Told myself I was imagining things. Gaslit myself better than they ever could. But that morning, that whisper was now a siren. My palms were sweaty. My coffee tasted like bitter roots. A metallic tang of dread on my tongue, and I knew what was coming. The corporate guillotine, sharp and unseen, had my name etched on it. And sure enough, it dropped. Effective immediately. Your role has been eliminated. Just like that. No warning. No, thank you for all the years you held this mess together with duct tape and grit. Just empty words about restructuring, transitions, and appreciation so hollow it echoed. I didn't cry. Because my profession had a saying, there is no crying in payroll. I sat there stunned, blinking at the screen like maybe it would correct itself. Like maybe someone would pop up and say, just kidding, sis. We value you for real. But they didn't. Because they didn't. And when the numbness faded, the anger arrived, dressed in red stilettos, a hot flush spreading across my face, ready to burn the whole place down. How dare they? After everything, after all the times I showed up early, stayed late, trained new hires, fixed their messes, sacrificed weekends, holidays, joy, all the moments I chose a deadline over a laugh, a project over my peace, a meeting over my own heart. This was the slow bleed I'd allowed, and they let me go with less ceremony than a canceled meeting. But listen, this ain't a pity party. This is the moment I realized my spirit was too rich for discount treatment. Their decision wasn't about my worth. It was about their fear, about shrinking in the presence of someone who dared to take up space and tell the truth. And in that moment, I vowed never again would I make myself small for someone else's comfort. That job was a slow bleed, and I had been hemorrhaging purpose, passion, and peace. But no more. They may have ended my position, but they also handed me the pen. And Auntie Rae got stories to tell and chapters to write. So I packed up my dignity, my dreams, and my favorite mug, feeling the lightness of the mug contrasting with the heavy weight of what I was leaving behind, and I bounced. You see, sometimes the breaking point ain't a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. Now, before y'all get too cozy with assumptions, let me lay it plain. This right here, this is my story. Told how I feel like telling it. Yeah, some of it is plucked straight from my lived experience, but don't go hunting for Easter eggs and coded messages. This ain't a scavenger hunt. It's a soul spill with a little glitter tossed on top. I call it a fictional memoir, real enough to sting, creative enough to sing. Some details I sharpened, some I softened, but all of it is mine to shape. So don't come up in here with your decoder rings trying to fact check feelings. Just ride the wave. Now, every story's got to start somewhere, right? So let's rewind a little back to where the blueprint of who I am first got sketched. You know that old tug of war between nature and nurture? Folks still arguing about it like it's a new debate. Is our path set at birth, or do the streets we grow up on carve out our fate? Truth is, it's both. We come into this world with a little something etched in our bones. But life is the chisel. Our families, our traumas, our choices, they shape us. But at some point, y'all, we stop being passengers and start driving our own damn bus. So yeah, blame your mama for your anxiety and your daddy for your attitude. But don't forget, you're the one holding the wheel now. All them traits you swear you didn't ask for, the drama, the chaos, the need to have the spice rack alphabetized, own it, embrace it. We are the sum of our habits, our heartbreaks, and our healing. I ain't no finished product, and I don't pretend to be. I'm a mosaic, flawed and fabulous. I've stumbled more than I've strutted, but every scar got a story, and every story got a little wisdom tucked inside. At my core, I'm an explorer, a wanderer with a carry-on and a calling. Curious to a fault, eccentric enough to pack crystals and compression socks in the same bag. But my heart, oh, it's wide open. I want to live deep, not just wide, and take folks with me when I do. Let me take you back to where it all started. A dusty little town I call But Cold. It wasn't built for dreamers, and definitely not for loudmouth little black girls with stars in their eyes. I was restless from the womb. My mama swears I was born with my bags packed. By the time I was 5, I was already marching down the driveway with my toy suitcase talking about I'm going somewhere. I didn't know where, but I knew it wasn't there. We did them old school road trips every summer. Packed in like sardines, sweating in the back seat while my parents argued about exits and my brother breathing too loud. 14 hours of peanut butter sandwiches, gas station bathrooms, and me dreaming out the window. But it was that trip to Germany that cracked me wide open. My big sister was stationed abroad, and I got to visit her for a few weeks. That was it. The food, the people, the freedom, I was gone. My body came back to But Cold. But my spirit, she stayed somewhere on a cobblestone street overseas. From then on, I made a vow. I was going to see this world. Not just vacation it, live it, breathe it, walk barefoot in it. So I did. moved around like a holy ghost. Different cities, different countries, backpack on, heart wide. And somewhere along the way, when my spirit was still searching for its rhythm on land, I stumbled upon something I never expected, cruising. So, don't you judge me. I know what folks say. Anti-cruises are for folks wearing matching t-shirts and orthopedic shoes. But for me, it was freedom on water. I could sip wine under the stars, unpack once, and wake up in a new country by breakfast. And the sea doesn't ask you nothing. She just listens. Lets you float and forget for a while. Yes, I overpack. Yes, I plan like I'm prepping for a United Nations summit. But when that ship pulls away from the dock, all that melts away. I'm just a woman chasing sunrises. I've met folks I'll never see again, but still remember. Ate food I can't pronounce, danced in places where nobody spoke my language, but they spoke my rhythm. And I'll keep chasing that feeling as long as my knees allow. So now you know a bit more about what made me, me. The mess, the magic, the maps I've followed and the ones I've burned, the paths that led to dead ends, the dreams I finally let go of. I ain't got all the answers, but I got stories. And this right here, this is just the beginning. Buckle up. Auntie Rae's just getting warmed up. She didn't buy a plane ticket that day. She bought her freedom. And trust me when I say, once Auntie Rae got that first taste of clarity, there was no turning back. Up next, the countdown begins. A dream deferred turns into a one-way ticket. Clothes get tossed, plans get made, and Auntie Rae, she's finally bouncing. Stick around. This story's just getting good.
I was born with a suitcase, dreams in my bones. Baked cold, never felt like home. Took road trips with noise and heat, but it was Germany that knocked me off my feet. I ain't no scavenger hunt, no cryptic code. This is a soul spill wrapped in gold, a mosaic of heartbreak, hustle, and glow. And now I let the whole damn world know. Blame the streets, the roots, the ache, but I'm the driver, I choose what's at stake. Compression socks and crystals in hand, I'm a woman reborn with a boarding pass plan. I'm not breaking, I'm breaking through. Auntie Rae got stories, she got truth. They tried to erase me with one cold act, but baby I bounced and I ain't looking back. No meetings over my peace, no more begging just to breathe. I pack my soul, my mug, my map, and trust me love, there's no turning back. The sea don't ask, she just lets you float. And in that silence I found my note. I danced in tongues I didn't speak, but oh, they understood my beat. She didn't buy a ticket that day. She bought her freedom. Sunrise chasing, truth embracing. Auntie Rae, she's just begun. Stick around. This story's just getting good.